Hi, hola, welcome back to Witches of the Moon. I'm the Humble Apprentice. I'm your Friday host. This is season 13, week 11, and this week's topic is share a spell. And the spell that I'm going to be sharing with you is my version of the Crown of Success spell. I think it's a spell that might be useful to you. I will be going over making your own Crown of Success oil as well. I think the first thing you have to figure out is what you want to bring in. Whether it is money to pay bills, mortgage, whatever it is you need to take care of. And or if it is a new job or a different job or a different position within your job. The way that I use it is to bring in money. That's the way that I wrote it. So there's going to be a few ingredients you need. I'm actually going to use a money oil that I previously had as well. And I'm going to dress a candle with the Crown of Success oil and the money oil. I'm going to do that now so that we can have the candle lit as we go over. So I'm using my ring finger and I'm going to put 3 drops of Crown of Success oil. And then 3 drops of money oil. And the ingredients in the money oil are patchouli, cedarwood, vetiver, ginger, and they are mixed in a base of olive oil and sunflower oil. And if you can see this, I put some of the herbs inside as well with a quartz crystal to hold on to the intention. So there's a total of 6 drops of oil in the candle that I dressed. I'm using a little tea light candle because I want it to burn all the way. While we're creating the spell. Now, I'm going to clear the space with some sage. One, 2, 3, and I'm going in a clockwise direction. Now we are going to clear it with pine. So the sage clears the energy, removes any unwanted energies, and I'm using pine to purify the space. And make sure that you are careful when you're burning. I have a heat-proof little dish where I keep the candle and another where I keep the herbs. So now 1, 2, and I'm visualizing the energy in the area filled with a bright light. Okay. Now, in the smoke, I'm just going to run over. I'm also using a little bag, a little drawstring bag that I made, and it's going to be our conjure bag. You can use any color green or red or black for protection. I prefer green because for me green is fertility and abundance and growth, and it's a color of spring, you know, all the plants growing in spring, the new shoots, the new life. So that's why I'm using green. You do need an empty little bottle, and I do cleanse these before I use them. Sorry, I do have to look away to make sure I get the ingredients right. In the Crown of Success oil, there is 3 little frankincense pearls, or little resin, because they're pretty tiny little beads of resin, and 4 drops of essential oil of frankincense. And in each little bottle, I made 4 bottles on that day. And then they also have 3 pinches of sandalwood powder with 2 drops of essential oil of sandalwood, and then vetiver, essential oil of vetiver, that has 3 drops. And I actually crushed 1 whole bay laurel leaf with frankincense and sandalwood, and I put it in the mortar and pestle. And I set my intention as I was crushing and mixing the herbs. And then I filled 1/3 of the way with sunflower oil that relates to the sun and summer and the power of fertility and abundance also, and olive oil for purity and creativity, and jojoba oil. For me, jojoba oil is a very luxurious and nourishing oil. So that's the base oils that I used in each one. And then at the end, I did add 1 whole bay laurel leaf. I made it during the summer solstice on Sunday, which was also the new moon, and there was an eclipse. So I really wanted to imbue the energies of those planetary alignments in the oil. If you don't make your oil during the summer solstice and the eclipse, you can think about using maybe Thursday, which is the day of Jupiter, in the hour of Jupiter, or in the hour of the sun. So those deal with expansion and growth and creativity. Now for the spell, you will need a little bag. You will need this is a paper bill, and on the back of the paper bill I wrote down my intention and my full name, because you don't want to be vague with where you want the money or the prosperity to flow to. I also have a raw piece of green aventurine, which I will also dress with Crown of Success oil. And normally, a lot of these root bags or conjure bags or gree bags, traditionally they're fed with a spirit, like brandy or rum, but I'm actually going to feed it with alfalfa, because alfalfa is a very nourishing herb that also is an herb of abundance and prosperity. So I'm using alfalfa, green aventurine, 1 lodestone, 9 pine needles, 1 thuja or white cedar branch or a little frond, and a rowan leaf. Take the bill and we're going to wrap the green aventurine, and you can either dress the lodestone with the money oil or the Crown of Success oil, but if you see, wait, there's a cat here, sorry. It has iron filings attached to it, and that is what is going to be feeding the lodestone. As well as the alfalfa leaves. So, Crown of Success. And I'm also going to anoint the money with the Crown of Success oil. I'm going to wrap the money towards me. And we're going to put this little bundle. Now we can wrap it with green thread, or you can just set it in here. So that's the money, the green aventurine, and the lodestone. Now I'm going to add the rowan for magical energy and protection. And the thuja for power and protection, and the pine needles for purity of the way that the money manifests. You want it to be in a way that, let's say you don't get into some sort of calamity, you know, and that way you get insurance money. You want it to come in a gentle way towards you. So purity and healing also. So pine clears the energy, and it brings in your windfall or finance or money in a good and clean way. So now you're going to hold it in your hands and you're going to set your intention with everything in the bag. And then you're going to sleep with your conjure bag under your pillow. Oh, hang on. Let's feed it. And you're going to feed it with alfalfa every day. Now, alfalfa, like I said, it's a nerve of abundance. It's they feed it to horses instead of grass because it actually has it gives them more energy. And so it's very nourishing. You can make a tea from alfalfa also. So I'm just going to add, and this has got the little blossom also there. So I'm going to crush it and as I crush it, I'm also adding my intention to the little conjure bag. Okay, so now we can tie it in. After you set your intention, you can set it under your pillow and sleep with the conjure bag under your pillow. You can put it in your purse and take it with you, but then return it and make sure that you sleep with it. I would do this for 7 nights and then just release it, forget about it. Let it do its job and just keep it under your pillow until your manifestation or until the spell has its effect. When you do write your intention on the money, make sure that you make it in the active and don't put need, because need means that you don't have, whatever it is the intention is to bring in. So write it in the active and write it as if it already had. So $1,000 comes into my bank account, or I am approved for the mortgage. I am approved for the home loan. I am moving into my new home. Make it so that as if it has already happened. Making sure that your energy and the feeling that you're experiencing as you're writing it matches what you want the spell to create. So you can change up the herbs if you want. Like I said, this is my version of the Crown of Success spell. Try it. See what works for you. If you do try it and it works, let us know in the comments. It would be great to find out what happened to you. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening. Have a great weekend. And blessed be.